Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Tamara coming back at you again with another new makeup look. So today's makeup look is something a little bit different. We're gonna go for a very casual type look. It's gonna be the type of look you would wear if you're going out for dinner with your friends, or maybe going out for drinks with your friends, or even your boyfriend. I can't relate, I'm single. Or even going out to see your boyfriend, then this would be the type of look that you would do. So I've already done my base off camera, and for me my base is obviously using Embryolisse and then going in with the Becca Skin Love elixir. We're going in now to do brows, and we are going in with the Morphe micro pencil in the shade Chocolate Mousse, and we're going to do something different with our eyebrows today. So in my last video I was very much like, think twins, not sisters, but today we're just going to go for a nice light look. So when I say we're going for a light look, what I mean is that we are going for a look where we are not going to conceal over the top of our brows. We're going for a more nice natural look. We're just going to follow the natural eyebrow shape, light thin feathered strokes underneath our brow, just to make sure that the underneath is nice and I'd say slick, nice slick defined brows underneath. So I always start from the middle. I think I've told you guys this before, but I always start from the middle, and it's just nice thin strokes with your pencil. So just nice thin strokes under the brow, stopping where the eyebrow would naturally stop itself as well. And as I've said before in my previous videos, if it's more comfortable for you, rest your hand on your lip so that you can get a steady hand when you're applying your eyebrow pencil to your eyebrows. There we go. Something, you should wind up with something that looks a bit like this. And then we are going to lightly define where our arch is and our angle here. So we're just going to go lightly in with the pencil and just very lightly shade in our eyebrows to have a more tapered look at the end. But we are going to keep in mind that this eyebrow look is more natural than the ones that I've shown you prior. We are still going to pencil in our eyebrows just to give it a little bit of thickness, but we're leaving this area here at the top predominantly alone. So we're just filling in any areas where the hair looks a bit sparse or thin. And then it's okay whilst you're doing it to go in with your brush on the end of your pencil just to define out your eyebrows. So as you can see, I'm going in with the brush just to define it and make sure that it's staying neat. Although this is a feathered like outlook, it's still you still want your eyebrows to look good. As you can see, I haven't really touched the top of my brow, although I'm itching to like fill it in a little bit more at the top. We're just very lightly going through and doing our brows in a more natural way. So I would say that's pretty much the same shape that I had before. It's a little bit more filled in, as you can see, but it's not far off from the other eye that I've yet to touch. We're just going to go in with our next eyebrow as well. And sometimes with Morphe it is necessary to just warm up the product on the back of your hand. I said this before and I'll say it again, if you really want the pigment to show through. So, ooh, Tamara can't help but micromanage herself. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. And we're just going to go in and do the exact same on the other eyebrow. So nice, short, thin, feathered strokes on your brow. And for today's look, it is okay to think sisters, not twins. It's okay if your brows aren't 100% matching today. All is forgiven. Okay, and we're just still gonna go in very lightly with the pencil, and then we're gonna fill in our arch like I said before. So just following the natural shape of the brow, you want to bring your pencil around and fill in your arch as close as possible to the pre-existing shape that's there. It's all right. And then we're gonna go in and we're just gonna very lightly just fill in our brows towards the end here. So fine. Very nice, very gently fill it in. And then we're also going to go in with our eyebrow pencil, same as before, and just lightly fill in this bit. You're not going to go too crazy at the front, it's just light strokes just to make it look less sparse, so to make it look like you've got more hair on your brows than you actually do, because although this is a natural look, you still want to look like you have brows like you're somebody. Okay guys, so like I said previously, we're going to leave the brows alone for the most part, but we still do need to define and carve out the underneath of our brows. So I am going in with the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer, in the shade SX12, and I'm also going in with my Morphe flat concealer brush in M410. So I'm just going to use that to neatly carve out under my eyebrows and to define it. I am going to move closer to the camera at this point, and I do hope you still can see me because I'm using a mirror on my vanity just to make sure that my eyebrows are lined nicely for you guys. So I'm going to start in the center again as per usual with this eyebrow, and we're just going to neatly tidy up under the under eyebrow area, going into our arch. And we're just going to conceal it out very lightly, a lot less product than what we would have prior used in our previous video, so a lot less. I'm just wiping off excess product back into the pot. I'm just going to go under my eyebrow, working with the natural shape, and just clean this area up here. So very lightly, just clean it up. So we're just going to dip back into the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer and just get a nice amount on our brush. And we're going to start from the middle of this eye as well. And we're going to very lightly just stroke the brush underneath our eyebrow, following the natural line. Ooh, it's quite nice. You see how this eyebrow turned out so nice versus the other one. I'm just praying for a miracle today. Okay. There was a little John. Okay. So that's fine. I can already tell that there's a small variation in my eyebrows. This one's probably a little bit more arched than the other one. The other one's a little bit more rounded. I can't help myself, guys. I know I said it doesn't matter if they're not matching, but I can't help myself. I think that's better now. Yeah, that's better. Just needed a little small tweak. A little small tweak. I swear I'm not this obsessive in real life. We're gonna go in with two MAC Studiofix foundations, and this is in the shade NW45 and NC50. These, when I go to MAC, I'm usually matched by different people. I usually stick to NW45, but I did have NC50 once, which I think NC50 might be a bit closer to what I am right now. So I'm just gonna test out a little bit of it. Yeah, NC50 seems to be a good match for me today. So we're gonna use NC50, and we're just very lightly gonna go in and buff the foundation in on our areas. Sorry for the jingling jangling, it's my charm bracelet that you're hearing, sorry. I'm just going in and stippling on the foundation. I like to stipple and I like to use a brush. I don't use beauty blenders frequently for my foundation. I prefer to use a beauty blender just to go in when I'm doing my concealer, but this is quite comfortable. A brush is what I'm familiar with, so I'm going to stick to a brush. Don't ever change your makeup for someone else unless it's something that you really want to try yourself. I haven't been persuaded to use a beauty blender for my foundation, even though I would have seen people use it in their videos, and I'm like, oh, it looks good. A brush has never failed me, so I'm just going to use the brush to just very nicely stipple out the foundation along all the points of our face. So we're just going to set our base using this foundation. Okay, whoa, hit the, whoa, that probably wasn't even correct. And then you have to throw it up to hit the whoa, so I don't know what I just hit. Okay, we're going into our center of our brows now with the foundation. You know, that forehead blend. The forehead area for me is probably the most intimidating part of doing my foundation. I don't know why, it's just I find covering the forehead so awkward on camera. Maybe it's because you guys get to see and get exposed to how big my forehead is. I don't know what it is. Just find it intimidating. Plus I've got eyebrows there, and if I don't want to mess up my eyebrows, I have to be very careful. I am going to go in with the flatter brush when it comes to doing the top of my eyebrows in a second. The trick if you're doing your eyebrows with your brushes and you're putting your foundation on is to kind of hold your brush at the end like this and taper it, so it's like going to the shape of the eyebrow pattern, so that way you don't have to worry about smudging or messing up your eyebrows. That's what I usually do. And then I usually use another another foundation brush. I like to call this foundation brush the cat's tongue, just because it reminds me of like a little cat's tongue. So I'm gonna go in with your cat tongue foundation brush and just very, very lightly make sure that your eyebrow area is blended in to the rest of your foundation. That cat tongue. I'm sorry if you guys get into a bad habit like me of calling it a cat tongue brush. It is a flat foundation brush. Don't worry if you can't get your whole forehead done fully, because I usually take my contour up on my forehead. Well, you should take your contour up on your forehead. It's not, don't worry, everyone should take their contour up to their forehead. Unless they have a small forehead, then you don't need to. Then you're lucky and you don't need to take it up to your forehead. Next up, we're going in to do contouring and highlighting. I'm going in with the AJ Crimson foundation, cream foundation. This is in the shade 8. You guys are gonna be like, oh my god, it's super dark. It is dark, but it does come up very nicely. The AJ Crimson cream foundation. I don't know about anyone else, but I like a really contoured nose. I like it when my nose is like super defined, and I usually just go in like a little Aries, like a little Aries, to just contour out my nose, make it look smaller. And my forehead needs a lot of attention, a lot of attention. A lot of attention, because I have quite a big forehead. It's okay, I've come to terms with it. It's not hurting my heart to admit on camera my forehead is quite big. And then I'm gonna go in also and contour out my jawbone. I just want to look a little bit skinnier. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look a little bit skinnier. Okay, sometimes it can look a little bit chubby. It is what it is. And also I like to go under my lip here just to make it look a little bit fuller, and a little bit in my Cupid's bow as well. That's where I like to go. In terms of our highlight, I'm gonna go in with the Kevyn Aucoin SX13. This is still light for me. I just prefer this shade to the one that's on my eyebrow in terms of highlighting. So we're going to take the highlight right up until our nose corner, because when you highlight, you would highlight your whole like face region, don't know why I said it so seriously. We're going to take some of that and we're going to go here under our under eyes. I have really bad creasing under my under eyes, don't ask me why. I think I'm just, maybe I cry too much, or maybe I don't get enough sleep. It's one or the other. I'll go with sleep because I don't feel like I cry that much. But we're just bringing our concealer out to our nose corner as well. Just out you go, and then we're going to do a line straight down the middle of our contour, a very faint line. Okay, perfect. And then a little bit on our chin and a little bit on our forehead. I'm going to use one of my brushes. This is the brush that I use for my cream highlight. I will link where I got it from in the description box below. But when I do my highlight, I like to just wet the brush first to make sure it's like a little bit damp, and then just kind of stipple it in. So I press the product into my face and into the area that I'm highlighting. Usually I use my MAC highlight for this, but going in with the Kevyn Aucoin today, and if needs be then I'll go back in with my MAC concealer just to really set it down. But I'm quite happy with that. And then we're also going to go in again on the other eye and just repeat the same process. I'm sorry if I look scary when I'm doing my contour and highlight. I literally realised I know I'm literally like hitting myself in the face with the brush, but that's just to press the highlight in. I'm sitting so unladylike, my shoulders are proper bunched up. And then we're just going to buff out our forehead highlight as well. Bring it down into our brows a little bit and into the main body of our forehead. So I'm going to go in with my contour brush, if I can find it. Yeah, my contour brush, and just very, 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 very roughly just blend my contour into my face. I'm very rough when I blend in my contour. Honestly, I know I'm very rough, but I don't. You're not contouring your face to be nice to yourself. You're contouring because you want to look skinnier. You're contouring because you want to look skinnier, so you ain't got time to be nice. I'm always a little bit rougher with myself when I'm like doing contouring or highlighting, just because I know how much you have to rub it in. So I'm always a little bit more like, get in there. And then just pulling back the hair a bit. We're really gonna get in there again. So before I go in and sort my nose out, I am going to just use my Fenty powder in the shade Nutmeg. No, I lied, in the shade Honey. And I'm just gonna set my under eyes just to stop myself from creasing. So you wanna get a nice amount and just hit off any excess and just take it right under your under eye. I'm going in with the sharp end of my beauty blender, just because it really gets into your eye area. So that's what I want at the end of the day. I want to really go into my eye area. I've heard that apparently, what was it? Is it the Givenchy? It has a really nice eye setting powder for your under eyes that just completely just tapers everything and makes it look so nice. I've also heard Charlotte Tilbury has a really good one as well. So I might have to invest in my next paycheck for one of the two to see. One's supposed to be totally like smoothing and refining, so That's what they both are supposed to be actually, so we'll see. So ooh, got a little powder situation going on. So tapping off any excess. We're just gonna go right under our eye as well, under our eye area, going up to my nose where I brought my contour. But the main area that I wanted to set was my under eye, which I have done. And now I'm just gonna go in and do the same on this eye. Just gonna drag it out to my highlight area and also bring it up to my nose as well. And now is the time to blend in the nose. The pièce de résistance, the nose. So I am gonna wet my nose contour brush. This is a very specific nose contour brush. Its purpose is for contouring your nose. It's by Morphe and it's the E62 brush. So I'm just gonna go in with that and lightly buff out this AJ Crimson foundation. I'm taking it up to my eyebrow area just so it looks more natural, so it looks like a real brow bone, like my nose really is that tapered from my brow bone to my nose. Blending out a nose contour is one of the most tedious things to do in life. It's so annoyingly boring. I'm gonna go in with a nice flat concealer brush and just very lightly blend out the center of my nose. It looks small and cute and buttony. It's very buttony. I like a buttoned nose. I think it's so cute to have a buttoned nose. And then we're just gonna go in with our foundation brush and just very, very lightly buff in the sides and the corners to make sure it blends with the rest of our makeup. Okay, so we're gonna leave the eyes to bake just for a little bit longer, and also I'm gonna use it to catch the fallout on from my eyeshadow. But we're going in with two of my much loved favorite eyeshadow palettes. So we're going in with my Nars Skin Deep eyeshadow palette, and we're going to go in with the Anastasia Riviera collection as well. With the Riviera collection, we're literally just going to be using one colour, which is the shade Mediterranean. That's the only colour we're going to be using from this look. The majority of it will be coming from the Skin Deep palette by Nars, which is a palette you guys have seen me use and feature before on my channel. It's mainly a palette of muted browns and nice creams and reds and unctuous pinks. So I'm gonna go in with this one first, and I'm gonna take my flat eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna buff out my under eye where I've had my concealer sitting for the longest time. This is probably the one thing I love about the Kevyn Aucoin concealer, is literally it doesn't matter when you touch it, you're always able to get a nice blend on it. So just gonna blend out the concealer that I've had sitting for a while under my eyebrows. So I'm gonna go in with this really nice unctuous brown here on my Nars Skin Deep palette. Ooh, the palette has a mirror, I didn't remember about that. And we're just gonna lightly go into the arch of our brow and just gently fan it out. So I want a really nice situation going on where I'm just blending it out and turning it to the more feathered tips, because I want to feather it out into my brow bone so that it's not, the highlight's not too noticeable. I obviously still do want it highlighted underneath, but I want it to be more like natural, so more of a look like that than the look it had before. I like it. And I'm just going to mirror that shape onto the other eyebrow now. Onto the other eyebrow, onto the other eye. And then I'm also going to take my Tarte brush that's shaped like a mermaid tail. I'm just going to do a little bit of it here at the front of my eye, just to kind of break up the look, give myself a more vanillaed eye. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh, pretty. Usually I never really go for the lightest shade of the pan. I'm usually scared to like touch on the lighter shades of a pan. I like to stick to the browns and to the shades that I'm more familiar with. But whilst I'm in quarantine, I'm just like throw it to the wind, throw cautious to the wind. Funnily enough, and I haven't tried this look before, the look that I'm currently doing on camera. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants, so you guys are seeing it in real time, just like me. I don't know how this look is gonna turn out. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. We're just trying. We're doing what we're doing. I'm going into the inner crease with this. I really like these two shades together. It's not something I would have done before. I'm very functional with my eyeshadow. I'm not someone who really experiments much, but I like the two shades together. And then I'm gonna go in with a flat eyeshadow brush just to pick up Mediterranean on there. I want Mediterranean kind of to be, do you know what? I think I might have to go in with my finger for Mediterranean. I just want it to be a nice pop in the center of this. Like, I want a nice pop. I want it to transition into the brown. Ooh, shut the front door and call me Sue. Shut up, that looks quite cute. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back in and obviously pronounce the white a little bit more in a second, but this is quite cute. I like this. Like, this is really nice. These three shades together are quite cute. See, sometimes the nicest look is the look that has like the least amount of like hoo-ha, fanfare, colours. Like, sometimes all you need for a good look is literally 3 colours and you're done. 3 colours and you're done. I'm really at home doing too much, being my own amp man. I'm like, oh, that blue, special, love it, phenomenal, fantastic. Like, shut up tomorrow. So I feel like the white could be pronounced a little bit more. So I'm just gonna go in with my MAC pigment powder in the shade Vanilla. And I'm just gonna go into where the white is on this look and just add a little bit of vanilla to it, just because I don't want the white to get lost. So we want to do something a little bit special in the inner eye corner because the look is so cute. We are going to use the Pat McGrath highlighting trio. We're just going to put a little of it into the inner corner of our eye. I wish I had a more like pointed brush. The funny thing is, I'm like, I wish I had a more pointed brush, and the pointed brush is literally staring right at me. Okay, I'm pointed. Do you see me? I see you. Don't know why I was ignoring you. Really highlight the inner corner of our eye. I've never been so conflicted about what to do with an eyeliner, so I'm gonna put mascara on first, and then hopefully the mascara will tell me whether or not I need to line my eyes. But we're gonna do mascara first, and then we'll make the decision after whether we are or aren't going to line our eyes. It might be dramatic enough. I might just do lashes and eyeshadow. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, if you're going for dinner, would you really be putting lashes on? You probably wouldn't. You probably wouldn't be putting lashes on if you're going for dinner or going for drinks, unless you're being super extra. There's nothing wrong with being super extra, it's just would you really do it? My answer to that is no. The only time I wear lashes is literally if I'm in the club to be super extra. If I'm in the club trying to be super extra, or if you catch me filming a makeup video. I'm going in, by the way, with my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. So I'm going in with the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I'm just putting multiple coats on to really build up my eyelashes. Like I said, I'm not going to put lashes on because this is quite a casual look. So if you were going out with your friends, maybe you are the type to put lashes on, but like I said, I'm not the type who would put lashes on just to see my friends. Like, honestly, I'd put lashes on if I'm going clubbing, but that's about it. You would not catch me out with my friends in lashes. That's a lot of effort for my friends. Not that they're not worth it, it's just a lot of effort for my friends. It's a lot of effort. I'm also going in with the Tarte Man Eater mascara as well, just to make it double black, because although I wouldn't go out in lashes, I would want my eyelashes to be as dramatic as possible. So you can see the difference between a mascaraed eye and a non-mascaraed eye. I'm not ambidextrous, but I do like to pretend that I am, i.e. using my left hand to put my mascara on. Also, it'd be a bit awkward if my arms were like crossing over my face to do my mascara whilst I'm trying to show you guys how I apply. The really cool thing about this Tarte mascara is that with the Lights Camera Lashes, it does have two sides on the bristle. So one side is super long to pick up all the edges, to pick up all the little hairs, to make sure they're well coated, and then the other side is to give it extra additional pigment. So I'm using the MAC Studiofix foundation powder in the shade NW58, so it's quite deep. And I'm also going to use my Gold Deposit from MAC as well, and I'm just going to use these two together like a bronzer on my face. So I am going to use it to just golden me up a little bit and also just bronze me at the same time. I love a good, nice, goldeny type, Jennifer Lopez type bronzery situation. Who doesn't want to be like bronze, like J-Lo? Like, if you say you don't, you're lying. Or a nice Beyonce brown. Oh, Beyonce, I love Beyonce. I would be her makeup artist if I could, but obviously she's got surgery on, so she doesn't need me. She doesn't need me. I say that smiling, but on the inside I'm dying a little bit. And I'm just going to take it on my nose as well, just a little bit on my nose, just to, you know, pronounce that contour work we did earlier. So we need to now do blush. I like blush, I like MAC blushes, and I like Nars blushes. But I think for today's look, keeping in the theme, we have used a lot of MAC products. I will be using a MAC blush. I think I'm going to commit to using MAC As Sweet As Cocoa and MAC Coppertone together for my blush today. So we're just gonna smile and going on to, oh yeah, that was the right choice, onto the apples of our cheeks. I like to use blush on my nose, my forehead. Like I said, that is a tip that I've learned from Kylie Jenner. Just blush on the face, you know, just blush. Ugh. For our penultimate part of the video, we are going to be doing highlight, and we're going to be using the Jaclyn Hill Flare palette, which, oh my god, I won this in a competition, and you're going to see why it's so special in a second. I also won the Jaclyn Hill brush in a competition as well from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics themselves. The packaging's so pretty, first of all, but it's not the packaging that makes it special. The thing that makes the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics so special is the fact that I was one of 5 winners who won their custom crystallized palette, and also their custom crystallized brush as well. So this palette is literally like blinging. It's like, it's so pretty. The brush is pretty. I don't use it frequently because I'm like, I don't want a crystal to drop off. So we're just gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill JO2 brush, and this is the brush that's been made customized for her highlighting trio, her highlighting quad. And I'm gonna go in with the shade, I think Major Look today, Major Look, and maybe Exposure, and just very lightly highlight, highlight my face. Oh, that's so pretty. Honestly, Major Look, and just a bit of it here as well. Oh no. Oh, I'm shining. Oh my goodness, stop it. And then just taking a little bit more of Made You Look and Exposure together. And I'm just highlighting the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose as well, just to give my contour a little extra definition. And we're gonna go in again with Made You Look and Exposure and just highlight the top of our Cupid's bow. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Okay, and if you want to really like fool people that you have a Cupid's bow, which I do not, you can, or you know them really like nice lines people get on their Cupid's bow. If you go out and if you pull your lip down enough, you should see where your line should be, and you should be able to take a little bit of highlight on it and just fake them lines. So my lines would be literally there. So as you can see, I faked my lines just to give myself that little dip in my pout, like, ooh, I'm glowing. I'm gonna go in again with Made You Look and Exposure and just put a bit of it up there as well to really just show off my highlights up there. And I'm just gonna do the same on the other eyebrow. Just put a little bit on the tip of your eyebrow as well. Basically, I like to highlight anywhere I can with this palette. It's just so gorgeous. Like, if you could highlight, why not? Why wouldn't you? So the two lip colours we're using today is going to be Birkin Brown by Charlotte Tilbury and also Touch by MAC. So just gonna go and line the top of my lips. The top of my lips with Birkin Brown. And then we're going to use the Touch by MAC in the centre of our lip. I'm just going to smooth that out as well. And then, just to add a little bit of zing power to it, we're going to use our MAC Cream Sheen Glass. And this one is in the shade Winter Warmer. We're just going to add that to the lip just to make it look extra glowy and extra, just to make it look extra in general. Oh, guys, come on. I really like this look. So to finally finish off the look, we're gonna go in with the MAC Fix It Gold Plus or Goldite Edition, and yeah, Max Fix Plus Goldite Edition. We're gonna give it a good shake. It's a really pearlized finish for their Max Fix Plus. It's very, like, I hope you can see it, I hope it's picking up on camera, but very just gold and shimmery. So this should add a glow back to our look. So just gonna do this now. Woo, woo, woo. And then we're just gonna fan it and wait for it to dry. This would be the time I should have a fan and just be like sitting by the fan and letting it blow me, like, ugh. But I'm so basic, so I'm using my hand. Tell a lie, I do have a fan. I'm not basic. So, in the art of not being basic, just gonna fan. Okay guys, so here it is, the finished look. Like I said, there's only 3 colours on the eyes for a casual, nice look. I would wear this personally, or wear this makeup look if I was going out for drinks with my friends, or maybe going out for dinner. It's something that I would wear if I was on holiday or just wanted to look nice. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun getting ready with me, even though I've got nowhere to go, and hopefully you'll tune in for my next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. I'm going to go in with an all over face brush now, just to wipe off. So the next step for us will be to just lightly define under our under eye. Like I said, we're going to leave the top of the brow alone for the most part, but we are going to still carve out the bottom of our brow just to make sure it still looks neat and slick. Neat and slick, she says when she drops the brush. So it's